the Christians began to incite propaganda against the Jews, saying in effect, the Jews don't observe Roman law. The Jews are doing things that are illegal. And we know one particular thing became a point of, a crucial point in the problem that afflicted the Jew, that affected the Jews in this. And that is that which is eternal in Jewish life, and that is circumcision of male children. This is something that is Judaism from the days of Abraham, and the Jews do it. We've done it throughout the ages, unless we have been compelled not to do it, as in the days of the Spanish Inquisition and in the days of communist Soviet Union. I mean, the Soviet Union, it was a crime against the state to circumcise. Muslims in the Soviet Union lived in essentially Muslim countries under the Soviet control, and we know, for example, that the Soviet Union did not oppress Armenia too much, even though it was a part of the Soviet Union, that the Armenians lived in a fairly free life within Armenia. But when it came to the Jews, the Soviets were really, they were efficient when it came to oppressing Judaism. And of course, Jews lived in the big cities. Jews lived in Moscow and in Leningrad and Kiev and other places, so they could be observed. Nevertheless, there were Jews who also circumcised their children. They did it. They took a chance. But many of them were afraid and they didn't. So I say under the Soviet Union, under the Spanish Inquisition, but normally Jews have been circumcising their young sons from the days of Abraham, and it's a part of Jewish life. Now, what's wrong with circumcision under Roman law? Nothing, except that there is a Roman law which says that mutilation of the body is a crime. Well, what about circumcision? Well, under Roman law, the Jews were exempt on the case of circumcision. Okay, if you chop off somebody's finger, you'll go to jail or be punished. But if you circumcise a Jewish child, that's okay, because we make an exception in that case, because again, it's recognition of religion. The Christians, on the other hand, said, no, you are misinterpreting Roman law. The Jews are committing a crime by circumcising their children. And so you have this whole brewing of conflict. And this brings the Emperor Hadrian to say, all right, circumcision is against Roman law. That is the spark that lights the dynamite. If the Jews were told they're not allowed to circumcise their children, then Rabbi Akiba, who's normally a peaceful man, would say, well, we have no choice. We have to fight this emperor. And it's interesting, the story is told, he chooses Bar Kokhba, who was a soldier in the Roman army, Jewish man. And he somehow he said, you are going to lead a rebellion against the Romans, and you will be victorious, and then you'll become the king of Israel. Now, what's interesting is that Bar Kokhba defeated the Romans in the first few battles. And he was so confident that he proclaimed the independence of Judea and Jerusalem, and he minted coins. Shana Aleph L'Cherut Yerushalayim, first year of the freedom of Jerusalem. And he printed the second set of coins, second year. And the third year, that was the end. When the rebellion began, and Bar Kokhba was successful, and evidently a brilliant strategist and tactician, then the Emperor Hadrian said, okay, we've got to get rid of this. And so he brought the armies from all over the empire into Israel, and then began a systematic, from north to south, threshing of the soil and destruction of the cities and destruction of communities. And then he destroyed Jerusalem and destroyed it down to the ground and declared that no Jew shall live within sight of the city of Jerusalem. So now Jews were barred from Jerusalem, and the land was devastated, and there were many people killed, and the rebellion was at an end. And that, in a sense, you could say, was the end of the hope of Jewish restoration in the land of Israel. what happened thereafter is interesting, that a group of Romans came and they said they want to establish a church, a Christian church in Jerusalem. And at that point they said, well, wait a minute, are you Jewish? And they said, no, we are Romans. And this is not Judaism. So you see the beginning of the domination of Christianity over Judaism in certain areas of the Roman Empire, which continues.